All right, so this is that full card. Right, end of day unicursal, guys. So you want to be very, very careful here. We're like topping off probably. Are you going to sit on my lap, goofball? Okay. Right, so we opened higher as explained. Oh, okay, see this is that big move, guys. This is the wealth card. Sideways rotation along support, and then this big move higher. It should be followed by sideways rotation. I would probably take this move as an opportunity to exit long positions if I got into long positions. In the midst of that decline, you might have gotten into one, or maybe at the open, you might have gotten into one and added to it here. This would definitely be a good place to exit out, especially because we open lower tomorrow, is my sense. We open lower tomorrow. You're too much, Hermes. And you can see there's that cross-reading congruency for a highest high. There's also a cross-reading congruency for a lowest low. So I would be very, very careful, guys. We're probably going to drop pretty notably here, especially with the unicursal. Yeah, see, there's correlations to the fortune card here as well. This is very, very likely a top, guys, at least for the month. That's gonna take a sec. Yeah, but guys, be very, very careful here because we've got the art card, we've got the unicursal there. Take profits on long positions here, guys. Really. Hey, April E. Hey, James JJ. Hey, AV. Yeah, there's going to be a sharp drop overnight. Thank you, Hermes. I love you too. Good morning to you, or JJJ, Triple J. How does Nvidia look for the rest of the week? Are you gonna knock all my cards over, goofball? You want to sit over there? This is where I look at the screen, though, dude. Goofies. You little goofus. I talk to my dog like he's a human. Back in my lap, you going? Okay. Oh, no, you're just using me as a bridge to that side, huh? Yeah, see this art card is a cross-reading congruency. Right here at the end of the day, and it correlates to the unicursal, which was the sneak preview card. So this is where you want to take profits, guys, if you haven't already, right? Because the art card indicates a full retracement, a big move higher, and then a full retracement, and the pre-market or the post-market is the tower card. And this should be a brief peak that's easily missed, like right at the close. Maybe I think it's probably before the close. I thought it was a little later than it is now. So you might, if you haven't, you might be able to take like hold out a little bit more. But I mean, that's such a big move, guys. You should really just a smart trader at this point is probably taking at least partial profits. I would also probably open up a partial short at this price level, and then right before the close, if we're at a higher price level, I would add to that short. And if I still held any long at the close, I would probably close the remainder of that long position there at the close. This is flying now. Hmm. And I expected a high here. Not my best reading. But this low significator at the end of the day is indicating that we're going to see a pretty significant move. We'll probably be lower than these price levels tomorrow. Wait, maybe not. Hold on. Yeah, so I would open up a short here, and I would close that short tomorrow around $489 on SPY. That's what I would do. Right at the open. Nvidia, let's take a look. It was Nvidia, right? Are you being chatty, Hermes? I can't tell. Wow. Well, I have a highest high in Nvidia tomorrow. So it might be the same high though. It's like multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance here. I would probably take profits in Nvidia here. You might go higher tomorrow, but this is probably a good place to take some profits. Yeah, we top off here, guys, today, tomorrow-ish. But see how we've got the interference card here. So we multiple failed attempts to break through resistance there. On the 31st, we do some price swings. And then on the first, multiple failed attempts to break through resistance. And then a notable decline. And then probably a gap up and to a peak. And another notable decline into a trough there on the 5th. Are you still expecting BTC to dump today? Hmm. It might not be today. So sometimes we revisit, like, so this was support. We're like revisiting it right now, right? Usually it's to the downside, but sometimes it's to the upside. And I would say, based on the fact that it's been a pretty bullish day there still, the following day we'll probably test this resistance a few times, and then have, at the end of the day, have a notable drop, but then a rally out of that drop on the 31st. So it looks like we continue higher for the most part, at least until the 5th, 6th. Oh, and hello, it was luck. I didn't say hello. Hello, Hamza. Hey, Robert. Hey, Joe. Is it good to enter Theta tomorrow? Uh, I probably would not enter theta tomorrow. No. How does shop and C's look? Shop. Looks pretty mixed. Shop looks really mixed throughout the week. That's a tough one. It looks really mixed. C's. Is that a stock? Is that SeaWorld? I didn't know you could trade SeaWorld. I used to live by SeaWorld. So we got price swings tomorrow and an important price level, a resistance level on a multi-day scale. And then on Wednesday, we have this big move higher reaching for distant resistance. On Thursday, we do sideways rotation along key support. And then there's multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance on a multi-day scale on Friday. And it looks like we probably come up to like $51 or $51.28 roughly on Wednesday. Is Tesla bearish tomorrow? It looks like it's bearish tomorrow, yeah. But it might be that we open higher. It looks like we open higher and we probably decline back to these lows. A little bit off. I had a lowest low on the 23rd. 23rd, 24th, which looks pretty solid. And then today we have the full card, which took us lower. But I think we're probably near lows. This Ethereum reached 2,700 in February. Probably not. It does. Dion coin. So Dion coin looks kind of like sideways to the upside. It's not like a super bullish one, but like Knight of Discs, so it's sideways rotation, and then at some point that rotation ends with a fast sudden move higher. Hey Nadine. When you say Thera, I think you mean Theta. I miss it? Theta should be significantly bullish coming out of January into February. There's a big move towards like the end of the first week or the beginning of the second week to the upside out of a trough. T Fuel. Looks like T Fuel will be lower than its current price level when we get to the first week of February. I mentioned Sol will hit 120 in Feb approximately. When in Feb do you reckon it will? Oh, I don't have a monthly for Sol, unfortunately. So that information I would be able to answer if you ordered a custom monthly, which are pretty pricey. But other than that, I wouldn't be able to tell you, unfortunately, the exact date. I could tell you, maybe I could tell you like maybe from the 1 year I can do some extrapolating. Hard to say, really hard to say, but there's a pretty big move higher in February. And see, there you go. We started to turn around here. Right, so hopefully people took profits. If they're just hopping on, you definitely want to take profits around these price levels, guys. If you've got a long position, we open significantly lower tomorrow. At the open, I would close a short position and I would open another long position. You could close a long position probably at the end of the day, right before the close. Well, actually, you could probably close a long position between 1 and 2, and if not, then probably before like the very end of the day there. But this is probably going to turn into a full retracement of this big move higher, guys. So don't miss out on the profits that you could have taken. Hey, Ellen. Do I see Sui following Sol into 3 digits? Well, Sui's going to outperform Sol in 2024. I could tell you that. Wow, we freaking nailed that. All right, so be very careful though, guys. Be very, very careful here. We've got a unicursal, like a market, like a multi-day kind of decline out of this peak that we have in January into a trough in February, and it's very, very likely the same price level that we had down here at the beginning of the year, if not slightly lower. Do I see it following Sol's run into 3 digits? How about we just see if Sol or if Sui makes it into 3 digits? Let's see. What the heck? I had a bunch of cards flipped around. It looks like it eventually makes it into 3 digits. Doesn't look like it does it in 2024 though. I have to move the Tesla chart up again. It went to 180. Let me see. Oh, right. That keeps getting me. Jeez. Sorry about that. These freaking charts, man. Um, all right, so let's take a look. Is it bearish tomorrow? Sorry about that, my friend. Glad you pointed that out. Yeah, so it's going to be bearish tomorrow. Much easier to read now. It'll be bearish tomorrow, increasing with momentum. We pretty much nailed that price level. Look at that, guys. Oh, we put this in as a marker. Never mind. It's not purple. Anyhow, that should be bearish tomorrow, yes. Hey, Proof. Is Bitcoin going down next few days? I went through that, but let me just refresh myself. I mean, I am seeing a decline here. Like, we might have a decline and then another move to resistance where we poke through it 3 times on the 30th. Like, it might be a decline into the morning or something. But I think this 3 pokes through resistance. It's probably this resistance right here that we're currently like sitting at. And we poke through it 3 times, and then there should be a sharp drop on the 30th, followed by a rally on the 31st. It's overall pretty bullish, Bitcoin for the week. Well, it's pretty mixed, but to the upside. Mixed, but to the upside. Overall bullish into like the 5th, 6th for Bitcoin. AVX will have a lowest low early April. Yeah, it looks like it'll be lower, yes. It's either the same low or it's a lower one. It's hard to say. Will Bitcoin go up higher than 49K in February? Guys, I'm going to cut off the questions here. It gets pretty close. It's gonna be up here. Most likely like 48.9. But that might actually end up being in March. It's hard to say. Well, I don't think it's in March. I don't think we make it to 49, but we do make it to 48.9. Hey, Craig Andrus, welcome. Will Kadena get back to all-time high in 2024? Oop. That's a little tough. Let me see if I did a 1 year on it. I don't think we do. Yeah, we don't see an all-time high in Kadena in 2024. Sorry. Appreciate it. It was luck. I'm glad I got that reading out in time. While I was doing that reading, I was like, "Oh man, this is going to be relevant like tomorrow when I was recording it." Um so the best time to buy Sui in 2024. Well, there's really going to be quite a few places that you could buy SUI in 2024 because it's going to revisit its bottom, looks like several times. It's doing like overall theme is sideways rotation along key support, and then at the end of the year, or at the end of that support, I should say, there's like a big move to the upside. But with that said, there's going to be a pretty sharp decline here from January high into a trough mid-month in February, which is likely the same low or just slightly lower. You could get in there. That's probably, I would wait for the February low. It's in early February. We revisit a support level that we recently met, and there's a sharp drop that stands out in that period of sideways rotation. Uh, will FDX have a higher price level at any time this week in comparison to its current price? I got a yes. It looks like it's probably Thursday, maybe Friday, but probably Thursday. Will PLTR earnings guidance for next week? Okay, earnings guidance, sure. PLTR. So it's a meet. It might even be a beat, but it's a solid earnings result. And as a result, tough. It looks like it's mixed kind of behavior. That ends overall to the downside. Oh, you're welcome, Craig. Appreciate you too. All right, guys. With that said, I'm gonna roll. Let me just cap off SPY. Okay, so you can see we kind of topped off here at the end of the day. We should have a retracement here overnight, and then in the morning close the shorts that hopefully you listened to and opened here at these highs. Close the shorts and open up a long for a day trade. There's a couple places you could close it, and it's very likely going to be a higher price level. Actually, there's a higher price level at the end of the day, it looks like, or towards the end of the day. So to be safe, you might close it at the same highs as far as price level, or you might wait till we're slightly higher. This is a little tricky at the end of the day because we've got a peak and a trough here at the end of the day. So I'm not sure I would wait till the end of the day. The safest thing would be to sell the long in the midst of this big move here. You might be able to pull it off at the end of the day too, or possibly, if I'm wrong, maybe here between 1 and 2. And then I'm advised not to chase this rally on the 30th. Tricky day tomorrow. But with that said, guys, thank you so much for supporting the channel. As always, make sure to follow that Rule of Karma. You do so here on the resources tab of our website, where 5% of profits from this information should be donated forward to a charity. 5% of the profit should be donated back to the channel, leaving you at 90%. Make sure to spend it out of love. As long as you follow those rules, you follow the Rule of Karma for the channel, the universe considers you an angel investor. It's going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. If you're interested in priority response on these lives, go to our channel on YouTube, click on join, and either supporter or premium supporter will get you the star next to your name, which gets you priority access.